three issues that we want to talk about in this. First of all, obviously, you have a lot of stop bows in this piece, and then you have legato sections. So you want to get, you know, the pick stuff clean, and you want to get the legato stuff lyric. That's basic, and we'll look at that. We have a lot of string crossings in this piece, and part of the issue is going to be really left hand. I just want to talk a little bit about left hand. I know sometimes your teacher may not have thought to mention it to you, or may not have a teacher, or your teacher may play differently than I do. In my experience, there's only one good way to get around the fingerboard, and I think if you look at a lot of YouTube videos of really truly great violinists, you might agree with me. You want to put your fingers where they need to be. If your fingers are running around trying to reach the strings, they run out of steam. They become physically kind of incapacitated, and they become too short. So the solution is keep the back of your hand out, and now use your arm. See the elbow, pivot it. If you pivot the elbow, the fingers, you know, if the elbow comes forward, the fingers go back. So if you do that now, all of a sudden my fingers are on top of the G string, and I still have their full length and range for playing. So that's what we want to do. So your left thumb, and I don't want to tell you exactly what to do with your left thumb, because I've seen a lot of people do different things, and I don't think there is one perfect solution. There are definitely things that don't work. If your thumb is up and grabbing, that doesn't work. So keep your thumb down. I prefer to keep it, it should be facing the first finger, and roll it back a little bit to kind of incapacitate it, because we don't want it to get in control. All right, and this should be quite loose. Think of that as kind of like a broom hook that the broom is sitting on, as opposed to grabbing, right? Because if you grab, then you can't pivot. So what we want is, it's like a chicken on a rotisserie, or it's like the spit in the barbecue, right? There should be some free motion, so that as you move your arm, the first finger and the thumb will kind of glide a little bit back and forth. Okay, enough. Let's play. Beautiful stop bows. Now make sure your bow is stopped on the string, and you go over to the D string. And so your arm goes up to D string level, and your left arm comes forward. Stop. Now both arms pivot back to E string, and both arms pivot back to D. And a nice circle, okay? Same thing here. Except we pivot there. Now high 2. And over to D. Circle. Same as the beginning. Pivot on the open A. Pivot back. Pivot way back. And circle. Now legato. Nice, lovely long bows. You still, even in legato, you gotta make sure you can't stop the bow when you're changing string level. So there's your A string, stop, go to D. It's like closing the curtains between two acts at the theater. You don't want to see everybody changing the decors. Well, sometimes they do it, but not on the violin. Did you see how careful I was? And again. Okay, now way over in the G string, if your fingers are up in the air, you don't really need to let go of your third finger immediately. Let go of it after, because it can be a bit clunky. Anyway, going on, stop bows. This is the same. Long, bow crossing, circle. Okay. So notice on this, you really notice it on this little one. The bow stops and then the finger moves. So again, it's like changing the set scenery while the curtain is closed. The bow isn't moving, so we can move the finger. Now the bow moves. Bow stops, we can move the finger. See, your finger is moving when the bow isn't. Your brain will make sense of this if you practice it cleanly and slowly, and then as you eventually play more quickly, it will just, you will automatically have this beautiful coordination. Watch your bow string changes. Clean and over to D. Clean and back to A. With a low 2. Back to high 2. And. Okay, that's it for that part. So it's, you know, all about stop bows and string crossings. The second half, it says meno mosso. That means a little bit, meno is a little bit less in Italian, so and mosso is movement. So a little bit slower, more lyrical. This is the singing bit. Nice long bows. Now a slur that goes over a string crossing. Make sure that you cross the string halfway down your bow stroke. Not or, right? Because that'll change the rhythm. So halfway down. And now this is the bar that gives everybody a headache. So keep your first finger down. I'm going to do it really slowly. Now add 3 and a high 2. Leave that second finger down. So now at the end of 4 notes, you've got 3 fingers down. Okay. Now on your up bow, put the 4. Now about now, take your second finger and pull it back. See that? I had that after 4 notes. Now I go up bow, 4, 3, and look what the second finger does. Comes down. Okay, we can't. If your fingers are up in the air, the control of the second finger is not really good. Somebody told me that second and third fingers are on one tendon. I don't know if that's true or not, but certainly the second finger has a limited ability to do what it wants. So you kind of have to organize it. So while the third finger is down, if you pull back a little bit with your hand, if you don't, it's going to want to be close to the third. So just lean a little bit backwards and then let the finger dump down. You go, okay? And that's how you get that space between 3 and 2. So good. String crossings. Violin's never easy, I know. On this one, just make sure you go down, that you land, that you drop your second finger into the low position. Don't let your fingers get the habit of going down to the wrong space and then sliding, because you will never get beyond book 3, ever, in your whole life. There's just way too much going on in the left hand to be able to get into more complicated pieces. So keep your left hand disciplined. Low, good. Circle and... Now here, it's not terribly difficult notes, but you need to swing over to D on that open. Stop bow, come back. Stop bow, go back. And a circle. Same. Excuse me. And now we're on the D string. Look how far over the arms are. But that makes it life really easy for your fingers. Ha! Did you get over to the G string? Now you can do open if you want, or 4. Low 2. Yeah, this one again. You got to pull that second finger low. Good. Stop bow. Now here, I don't know what's in your part because I haven't got the modern edition, but I suggest up, up if your teacher is amenable, so that you can put your thumb on the corner and hit your pits. Okay, so because if you do up, down, then your hand has to go 100 miles before it gets, and your pits might be late. So that's my suggestion. Anyway, I hope this helps. I'll do another clip where I just play through it straight, once quick and once slow. All right, bye.